hi, 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 hi. Yo, what's going on, guys? James/GoldenGoblin290 here for another video. Now, something I want to quickly address. Actually, no, scratch that. Two things. First thing, the camera is being very, very annoying. If you want to know what I mean exactly by annoying, then, well, you might be able to see that there are some, or possibly anyway, some lag spikes. So I will be talking, say for instance, like I am now, and while I am talking, it will, like, jump, sort of. It will. That's very far destination. I don't know why I said that. I'll just try this one up here. But it will actually jump, and by jump I mean it will. There's little lag spikes where it's one thing and it stays in that frame for a little bit, and then it quickly jumps to another. It might do that, and if it does, I apologise. I don't know why my camera started doing that. It also started being very bad in syncing up my mouth to when I talk. So if I make a noise or if I actually move, my webcam it's laggy for me. Whoops. It's laggy for me as well. So it's got a bit of a delay, and I haven't set any settings to make it have a delay, which is very annoying because sometimes it's really, really confusing for me, and that's what's giving you lag spikes. I don't know how the police did not notice me then. I really don't know how they didn't. They are very bad at their job. But I don't mean the real life police, I mean in-game police. But yeah, there's that lag spike, any lag spikes like that. It's a bit weird because I don't know what's going on. I'm not sure if it's going to fix itself, because at one point I think I did film something for the Pokemon channel, and yeah, the most recent creepypasta for Pokemon channel, and I filmed that, and then afterwards it was all synced up when there was no delay when I was if I had the camera open, I was looking at it and moving. It was perfectly synced up, well, almost perfectly. There's always been, I was going to say what's happening there, but there was always there's always been maybe like a 2-3 millisecond or something little time period where there actually was just normal lag. I don't know what's happening. Okay, it's supposed to be like that. I was going to say, if that's not supposed to be like that, what is happening? But no, it's fine. Yeah, it used to just, well, it used to, yay. There used to be a like, okay, I'm going to restart this. That's the map. That's the map. I'm going to restart this race just because. There we go. It doesn't look like I'm going to go very well, crashing immediately. But I don't know what's going on with the lag spike. So if you notice a bit of that, then apologies. And the second thing I want to say is, well, there's actually two. First of all, back on Need for Speed, as you can see. And the other thing that I did actually want to say is I'm actually going to attempt to, anyway, record 2 entire months worth of videos in a few days. You may be wondering how I will do that. If you watch my videos, or if you've watched my videos for a while, actually, so maybe past like 2 or 3 months, actually no, a bit longer than that, maybe 5, then you'll be familiar with the format that I record. I actually record, I don't know why I said format, it's better like pattern or something. That makes more sense. But I actually, oh great, I record all the videos for 1 month in about 3 or 4 days. Sometimes I've done it before where I've got them all done in a, oh, it's supposed to be there. I'm going to retry this. I keep getting really confused with the route. It's really confusing me. But yeah, so I normally get them all done in like 3 or 4 days. I have done it before where I've got them all done in 2. I really don't know how I did that. I think it was 2 days of just non-stop recording. Like, oh, I just killed that guy. I didn't even control that, but I actually didn't even control that. But yeah, so that's how I did it. Now, I'm guessing it's probably going to take, probably double the time. So if I do just do non-stop working, it's going to be like 4 days for 2 months worth of videos. And you may also be wondering why are you doing that? The reason why is because there are some things, not necessarily video projects, I guess. I was about to call them that. They're not necessarily video projects, but they are things for future videos that I would like to do. So I'm not going to mention any of them now, because I will actually, at some point, videos for this month anyway, October, I will at some point be talking about, like, one of those things, like, which takes a lot of time to do. One thing I will say openly is I do want to do a lot more skits and things, and doing skits includes writing scripts, it includes filming, multiple takes sometimes. I do want to start getting other people in, because so far, all that has actually been in these skits is me, and at one point, there was Johnny Darkhorse, who appeared in the Arguing with Trump skit. Oh, that was bad. He appeared, like, I don't know, 5-6 seconds if you combine the entire time. So, like, other people do, oh great. Other people do appear in my skits, or well, they have anyway. Because, like, say the parkour videos, for example. Johnny Darkhorse, he appears frequently. There hasn't been a parkour video where he hasn't been in it. Whether he's behind me, in front of me, or like right by me as I'm doing it, as I'm doing like parkour and things he's doing with me. There hasn't been a video where, you know, he hasn't been in it. There hasn't been a parkour video where I am alone. So, what I want to do is I want to do the same type of thing with skits. Instead of making it just me, constantly only me, I would like to make it so there are other people included. There are maybe just a few other people, maybe one actor, well, maybe one other actor per video, maybe two. It depends on the video, honestly, it depends on the skit. So, with things like that, that's going to take some time, because that is going to mean that I'm going to have to get other people to this location where I am filming the skit. Say, for instance, here, in my house. If I'm going to get... oh god, that's hard. No, I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that. I'm going to do this one. I can start it from here. That's nice. But, yeah, if I'm gonna film it in my house, like this, like skit. Say I've got a skit planned, and I want to film it, you know, in the house. I'm going to have to get, if I want another actor, I'm gonna have to get them here with me. I'm gonna have to get them to, because the way I film my skits, if you don't know, is I don't actually rehearse the lines or anything. I have my laptop open off camera, and then before every single line, I will read over it a couple of times and just memorize that. So I'll memorize a single sentence, which is probably, personally, I think that's probably the best way to do it. So they would have to do the same thing, but with separate takes. Personally, oh that was bad. Personally, not to toot my own horn or anything, but out of the, I think, 3 skits I've made, I haven't actually had to make any retakes ever, apart from, I think, 2 in the Arguments with Trump video, and that was only because at the time, if you actually, if you haven't figured out, if you watched that video and haven't figured it out yet, I was actually around Johnny Darkhorse. I was at his house when I filmed that, and I had the perfect idea, because I was staying over there, and I had the idea, hey, I could make a skit out of this, and I wanted to make a skit with Trump, because I had the wig, and it would work perfectly, because it looks like Trump's hair, and I can do a pretty good Trump impression, I'm pretty sure. I mean, I personally say it's not bad. As you just saw. So, I thought, you know, why not do that? Oh, I unlocked a mod. A Ram Chassis? I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing that correctly. I think I am. Chassis? Either one. Yeah, apply. But, you know, I had the idea to film that. So, when I was doing that, it did take some... I'll say some time to record. It didn't take that much time. It honestly probably took about a minute or 2 extra than it took to record normal videos. Normal videos. Skits like I had before. Say, for instance, the first talking to myself video. Every single one of those shots, obviously I filmed both characters separately. So I filmed the first character, the one that comes in through the door. I filmed all of the lines for that version of me, I guess. I filmed all of those at once, so you know, I'd be in this exact same spot, and I filmed all the other all the other lines for the version of me that was on the bed, having a existential crisis, I guess you could say. I filmed all the clips and the. I can't think of the best way to say it. Also, I messed that up entirely. I'm gonna restart. I messed it up instantly. That is just horrific. But I filmed all the lines for that in one take as well and separately. So sometimes again I'm not trying to say that like I'm an incredible actor. I can do all this perfectly at the first time, but working with friends. Let's say this. This is probably a better way to put it. Working with friends is going to be harder because the only reason I did have to do retakes for like I think it was 2 clips or something when I was working with Johnny Dark Horse. I did it again. I'm just gonna keep going. But I only had to redo 2 clips or something, and that was only because both of us, when we were doing it, because I'm used to working alone. For YouTube, I'm constantly alone, unless I'm doing something. Say, for instance, the London vlog, which I made not too long ago. I don't know what happened with the screen then. I don't know if you saw that. But the London vlog, which I did not too long ago, I think it was uploaded start of September. Yeah, it was sometime start of September. I think it was the first. Those are the only types of videos, like vlogs or something, where I'm not actually on my own. When it comes to gaming videos or skits or something like that, I am always alone. So working with a friend, it kind of made me laugh because I was at the time I was focused on the actual thing, but I don't know why. But Johnny Dark Horse decided that at one point he wanted to lie on the floor on the other side of the bed. I don't know why, but he did when I was filming, and at some points I would look over to him and just laugh. Like, sometimes, well, most of the time when I did laugh anyway, it would be after I'd actually got the line out, so I'd be able to edit that out, I didn't have to retake. But 1 or 2 times it was when I was actually speaking. And working with friends can do that. A lot. And with some skits, I do want to kind of up the video quality as well, so instead of it being just one take, like I film all the lines immediately for one character, and that takes like 5 minutes or something. Instead of doing something like that, I could maybe go to different locations or something, get different lines that I could maybe alter or something as I'm doing it if I come across a better thing. So I'm not entirely sure. That's the thing. I'm not entirely sure about if I'm going to need a lot more time. But that is pretty much why I want to get videos done for 2 months in a row, so I can work on things like that, so I can hopefully anyway, get more actors for skits, get things like that. Because I said things like that twice. But if I can get more actors for skits, also I did that perfectly then, at the end, if you didn't see that, perfectly. That's a bit of a tooting my own horn moment, but if you didn't see that at the end, slam into the other car, bounce off a little, oh, there we go, I win. But yeah, that's pretty much the only reason. Well, not really the only reason, but one of the only reasons why I do want to get videos for 2 months done right now, because I can work on the other project, which I'm not going to talk about right now, as I'm going to talk about that in another video. But, it was also for skits and things, just up the quality, get the people in. Because filming with friends, that's also going to take more time. Because like I said, at some point I'm going to have to get everyone around here if there's multiple people. Anyway, I'm going to end this video here, because it's got decent length, which is kind of funny. Well, at least I think it's kind of funny, because I actually go over everything in this first video while that I was recording and make some decent progress. I think we won like 3 races, something like that. Don't care that you were all on easy. Wait, no, one was on medium, I think. No, I finished the one in medium, or whatever it was. Anyway, leave a like if you liked this video and subscribe if you're new around here, but please stay active because there is no point to being an inactive subscriber. That's it for me, so peace out.